Humans have been developing technology to further their exploration of space for hundreds of years. This began with the rudimentary space travel which slowly evolved into the exoplanetary bases, like the Lunar Genesis colony. But this was merely a stepping stone in the development of human space travel. The Follium space colony, known as the Leaf, is a self-sustaining spaceship in high solar orbit. Our goal is to learn more about the radiation in space, the composition of asteroids, and most importantly, to help advance the development of humankind.
The Leaf will be constructed in low Earth orbit in large arc sections of a ring. These arcs will be launched individually into orbit by specialized ships and docked together using fine controls. After the arcs have been docked together, titanium reinforcement beams will be placed in between sections and will help stabilize the structure for spinning. After the ship is constructed, it will perform a straight prograde burn where it will leave Earth's sphere of influence. After another series of burns, the Leaf will set its apogee in the asteroid belt and its perigee in the path of Earth's orbit. This is so that the Leaf can quickly return to Earth for repairs or change of crew, and also so that the Leaf can capture new asteroids for mining and experimentation.
As we know, we are designing the Leaf. The Leaf is the ship taking our civilization to free space. The Leaf stands for a lasting, essential, astronomical force. There is one thing that not a lot of people realize that we need for the spaceship, which is gravity. Gravity always affects you, but its effects are not as apparent in space. Generally, gravity is not necessary for traveling around the area, but we want our passengers to feel like they're living on the Earth. So to do this, we included a gravity generating system. This system works well based off our torus-shaped ship. The Leaf is a short torus-shaped ship with empty space in the center. The diameter of Leaf will be equal to 1 kilometer, same as 1,000 meters. There are 4 extra structures vertically attached to the Leaf. They are called as branches. The Leaf has a big empty area in the center. In the empty center, we are going to place an object which is going to work as a counterweight. By using a counterweight, our torus-shaped spaceship can rotate on itself. When the Leaf rotates, it will generate the gravity that affects the spaceship. There will be 4 other small rockets called caterpillars located on the branches. These caterpillars will be activated when the Leaf detected an asteroid to use it for our ship's counterweight. They receive signals from the mothership and launch themselves to reach to the asteroid. When the rockets reach close to the asteroid, they will surround the asteroid and activate their gigantic mechanical tongue to hold the asteroid and use their engines to control the route of the asteroid. Since the asteroid is connected to the Leaf, we have a counterweight to rotate on and generate gravity. To provide Earth-like life to the passengers, the value of generated gravity should be around 9.8, which is close to the Earth's gravity. So the ship has to rotate at a certain speed, which is the linear velocity of the Leaf. To solve for the linear velocity, you multiply the value of gravity, which is 9.8, with the value of radius, which is 500 meters, since our diameter of the spaceship is 1000 meters. So the value you get for the linear velocity will equal to 70. The units are meter per second. The solved linear velocity of our spaceship is the critical speed for its rotation. The critical speed is the speed you need to stay spinning and not fall out from the rotation. Now we can solve for RPM, which is rotation per minute. This is how fast the Leaf will need to spin to create Earth orbit, which is 1.34 RPM.
We all know the citizens will need to eat and drink for their survival. So first we need to figure out how to provide water for them. There are no lakes or rivers in space, so this means we will have to form the water through a chemical process. The formula to form water is 2H2 plus O2 is equal to 2H2O. This formula will require hydrogen and oxygen. Now to get these elements, we will mine them from the asteroid we have attached to the ship. After we get the hydrogen and the oxygen, we can combine them through the combustion process. To form water, we need the energy to combine them, and the combustion process is a possible option. Also, we will install a well-built ventilator in the room that keeps the room safe from explosions. Now that we have created water, we need to trap this water vapor and cool it. This would in turn make the water vapor into liquid water. So in the leaf, there will be a sealed room where we will make the water. This room will be a quiet cylinder room with a drain that can open and close at the bottom. Now the water will be in droplets on the side to make sure these droplets go into the drain. There will be two paddles that both have a strip of rubber on the end of the paddle, so the paddle can push the water into the drain pipes. These drain pipes will lead to a storage container to hold the water. Now there is a way to get water, but what about food? To grow food in the spaceship, there will be a room to cultivate food. We will install the space garden below the water creation room. Some pipes from this room will lead to the garden so that the garden will have water regularly. Our garden has three sections: high calories food section, human health section, and the vegetarian section. In the high calories food section, we will plant sweet potatoes and potatoes because they help us to store energy in our bodies well. In the human health section, we will plant ginger and tomatoes, which enhance our immunity to disease. Lastly, in the vegetarian section, we're going to plant lettuce and beans, which we can use as the daily fresh salad to keep us in good health.
So when people eat, of course they must defecate. This leads us to talk about the waste room. This room will sort out the human waste and leftover food into usable fertilizer. This fertilizer will then be moved to the processing fertilizer room. Now, if we have trash of any kind that cannot be recycled or reused, we will call for a caterpillar and dump the unwanted trash. The caterpillar will then put this trash into the asteroid into the empty drill holes. Now, the waste room will also be used to clean the soil and transfer it to the fertilizing processing room. This room takes the fertilizer and the soil and puts it all in a mixer. Then once the soil is in tip-top shape, the soil will be transferred to the greenhouse to grow food.
The Follium space colony is a self-sustaining colony that can house at least 1,000 people. We will thrive on the leaf. We will grow on the leaf. We will explore the universe using the leaf. The leaf is the future of mankind.
Thank you so much for watching our video. The Follium team would like to give a special thank you to our science teacher, Miss Hanover, Mr. Finley, our physics teacher, for helping us make calculations in gravity, and a special thanks to Luke Meadows for proofreading our essay.